One thing I'm missing out on with my MacBook Pro is proper gaming on the go. Sure, macOS has a decent growing library, but when it comes to esports titles that I play, like Counter-Strike 2 and Valorant, Windows is still the way to go. That's where the MSI Crosshair 16 HX comes in. A highly capable laptop with a good set of hardware specifications, smart AI features, and reliable performance. Powered by an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5070 laptop GPU with an Intel Core Ultra 9 Processor 275HX, 16GB DDR5 RAM, 1TB Gen 4 NVMe SSD, and a 16-inch Quad HD Plus 240Hz display. Perfect for gaming, creative work, and of course, our main justification, study, right? Well, let's talk about everything it has to offer. Let's get into it. As always, honest disclaimer, this video was made in partnership with MSI and NVIDIA to showcase all the key features and my overall experience with the MSI Crosshair 16 HX. As I alluded to earlier, the MSI Crosshair 16 HX is powered by an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5070 laptop GPU, which means you get access to the latest NVIDIA technologies like DLSS 4.5, multi-frame generation, ray tracing with ray reconstruction, NVIDIA Reflex, and more. All of which allows you to play graphics-intensive AAA titles with a solid balance between performance and image quality. But aside from gaming technologies, it also boasts technologies that boost productivity and creative work, thanks to its Tensor and CUDA cores for GPU acceleration and AI. This means tasks like photo and video editing aren't just possible, they're faster and smoother. Applications such as Adobe Photoshop, Lightroom, or DaVinci Resolve can tap into GPU acceleration for real-time previews, faster rendering, and AI-powered enhancements. Whether it's applying complex filters or exporting a 4K video project, the RTX 5070 ensures you spend less time waiting and more time creating. And I cannot be more critical with that as I create and edit videos on a weekly basis. Now in Lightroom, GPU acceleration is supported, and this applies across the board from camera raw processing, generating previews, applying filters and adjustments, to exporting. Not to mention RTX accelerated AI features such as auto-select subject, sky, and the like. Now the same can be said in Photoshop. Most if not all filters and plugins benefit from GPU hardware acceleration as well as AI with neural filters. GPU acceleration is also crucial in video editing, with NVIDIA GeForce RTX GPUs scrubbing through a 4K timeline in full quality in DaVinci Resolve Studio 21 feels responsive. Color grading is also quick to apply, but the biggest difference maker is when exporting a 4K project. Now without effects, export times are virtually negligible, but once you add fusion effects, the GPU acceleration really shines, cutting down render time significantly. And the more complex your timeline gets, with layered effects and advanced color grading, the more those performance gains compound. So yeah. Now creative work aside, let's talk about this laptop's bread and butter, which is gaming. Best way to showcase that is in 007 First Light, which is one of the very first titles to launch with full DLSS 4.5 support, including dynamic multi-frame generation up to 6x. This is where the benefits of NVIDIA's latest technologies really shine. With DLSS 4.5, you get smarter upscaling for higher frame rates without sacrificing image quality. And the improved frame generation now scales up to 6x with dynamic multi-frame generation as an additional option, making gameplay smoother than ever. Now, dynamic multi-frame generation basically adjusts on the fly, switching frame generation modes up to 6x depending on demand. The result is smoother gameplay while keeping input latency to a minimum. And with that, combining DLSS with frame generation 6x results in a huge performance boost of up to 300+ FPS. Now, one of the best ways to showcase more NVIDIA technologies, especially ray tracing and path tracing, is in Resident Evil Requiem. As you can tell, with RTX on, the image quality is closer to reality than without it, especially in terms of reflections and depth in shadows and highlights. Add path tracing to that, and it opens a lot more details. Notice the raindrops, the contrast in highlights, even the colors, it's entirely different. Now, if you want the best performance possible in this game, enable RTX, DLSS, and multi-frame generation 4x, but leave path tracing off to get a solid 200+ FPS. But on the other hand, if you want a more realistic image quality, turn on path tracing, where DLSS ray reconstruction is automatically enabled, leveling up the game's image quality and immersive experience. Now, I got curious about the difference in image quality and performance between different DLSS modes, so here you go. As far as my eyes can tell, DLSS quality is better, especially in terms of sharpness, details, and edge contrast, but only by a slight margin compared to balance and performance. Ultra performance, on the other hand, is softer compared to the rest. And the performance difference also reflects that, with DLSS Ultra performance giving the best frame rates possible. but personally I'd probably choose DLSS quality for better image quality while still getting above 100 FPS. Now, in Counter-Strike 2 at maximum settings, our average FPS is 284, which is more than enough for competitive gaming, perfect for this laptop's 240Hz refresh rate display. Now, another NVIDIA technology that you might want to take advantage of is NVIDIA Reflex, and you can clearly see its effect in Valorant. NVIDIA Reflex minimizes input latency between your peripherals and the actual response in-game, giving you that competitive advantage. Moving on, design-wise, the MSI Crosshair 16 HX looks like a proud gaming laptop through and through, with a variety of flashy holographic gaming aesthetics all around, including the MSI Dragon logo, not to mention full-fledged RGB lighting on the keyboard. Granted, it's not the thinnest gaming laptop ever, but that comes with its own benefits, and that is cooling performance. You see, the MSI Crosshair 16 HX is designed in such a way that it allows for an ample amount of airflow underneath, partnered with a Cooler Boost 5 cooling design with 2 fans, 5 heat pipes, plenty of intake ventilation at the bottom, and 4 exhaust vents around the sides. And while we're at it, here's a quick fan noise test for you guys. This is Eco Mode or Silent, and then Extreme Performance Mode. Now, it's quite heavy though, which can be said about any proper gaming laptops out there. And yes, you can definitely open the lid using just one hand without any wobble whatsoever. Now, in terms of the input and output ports, on the left side we have a USB-C Thunderbolt 4 that supports DisplayPort and Power Delivery 3.0. And we also have a USB 3.2 Gen 1 Type-A port for external peripherals on the side. On the other side, we have the Kensington lock slot, a USB 3.2 Gen 1 Type-A port, and a 3.5mm audio combo jack. At the back, we have another USB 3.2 Gen 1 Type-A port, an HDMI 2.1 port that supports up to 8K 60Hz, an Ethernet port, and the power port. We also have a downward fire and steer speaker setup here. A laptop that strikes the perfect balance between powerful hardware, smart software features, and reliable performance without pushing into the ultra-premium price tag. That's exactly what the MSI Cyborg 15 Max delivers, equipped with an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5070 laptop GPU. Now, you know it's a proper gaming laptop if it features an RGB illuminated keyboard, and this one has up to 24-zone customizable RGB lighting. The trackpad size is modest, nothing to write home about, but what I appreciate here in terms of the design is the webcam with the built-in cover. The bezels are also relatively thin, considering that the display is 16 inches. Speaking of the display, we have a 16-inch Quad HD Plus 240Hz IPS level display with 100% DCI-P3 color coverage. As per testing using my Datacolor Spider X color calibration tool, it covers at least 100% sRGB, 85% NTSC, 87% Adobe RGB, and 98% P3, which is close enough to its rated specifications. Peak brightness is pretty good as well at 444.4 nits, more than enough for indoor use and substantial for outdoor use. Now, as you may have noticed, the resolution is non-standard, with a taller 2560 by 1600 16:10 aspect ratio. This allows for more real estate when browsing websites and working on documents, in return for small borders at the top and bottom when watching traditional 16:9 videos. Personally, I don't mind the borders and I appreciate the extra vertical space. Now, as expected, with powerful hardware specifications and honestly, with any Windows gaming laptops, battery life is quite short, lasting around less than 2 hours across different PC Mark 10 battery life benchmarks, including modern office applications, video playback, and gaming. In terms of software, we have options from both NVIDIA and MSI. For NVIDIA, first we have the NVIDIA application. Under the Home tab, we have your apps and games library, as well as a variety of NVIDIA applications that you can download. Under the Drivers tab, this is where you can download and upgrade your drivers, either the game-ready driver or the studio driver depending on your priority. We also have the Graphics tab, where you can customize your graphics settings across different apps and games, either per program or globally. This is also where you can take advantage of the DLSS override feature, where you can manually control how DLSS operates across games, either per game or globally, instead of doing it in game settings. We also have the System tab, where you can toggle different settings and enable features like the RTX Video Super Resolution, View Performance Stats, and System Information. Now, another NVIDIA app worth installing is NVIDIA Broadcast. It's basically an all-in-one tool for audio and video enhancements that takes advantage of GPU acceleration. Things like audio noise removal, echo removal, virtual background with multiple options, auto frame, video noise removal, eye contact, vignette, and my personal favorite, virtual key light, which makes your face significantly brighter and more balanced. Another feature that I always use is the NVIDIA overlay that you can easily toggle on the fly. I use this often for statistics overlay and for capturing in-game highlights. For MSI, we have the MSI Center. Here we have hardware monitoring and a variety of smart features, including the MSI engine if you want a more seamless approach, or you can also use the user scenario and manually switch performance modes depending on your preference. What I like here is that it supports discrete graphics mode, which means you can fully tap into the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5070 laptop GPU without routing through the processor. Aside from the performance modes under the features tab, we also have general settings where you can toggle different features in one place. And of course, Mystic Light where you can adjust RGB lighting effects. Now, under the support tab, we have the system information and aftermarket support information. By the way, we also have the MSI Companion, which you can open by pressing Alt+G. This is a sort of all-in-one quick access overlay for a bunch of settings and features. Overall, to conclude, the MSI Crosshair 16 HX AI offers uncompromised performance, outstanding display, smart software features, and gamer aesthetics every gamer is looking for. Perfect for on-the-go gaming and creating. And there you have it guys, thank you for watching. Huge thanks to MSI and NVIDIA for partnering with me on this video. The MSI Crosshair 16 HX AI is currently priced at 125,995 Philippine pesos and is available across different partner stores linked below. Thank you for watching, subscribe if you appreciate this video, and see you next time. Have a great day guys, you're always awesome.